There's our tail of the tape for this huge heavyweight fight. Cal Seumanutafa is 7 years the elder. He's also 7 inches shorter than Renan Ferreira, but he has long arms and broad shoulders, which means that reach advantage for Renan Ferreira is reduced in the arms to 4 inches, but he's still got an 8.5 inch reach advantage on the legs. Wowza. Good luck to Keith Peterson inside the smart cage here as the smallest man. There's the ref cam, Renan Ferreira in the blue shorts, Cal Seumanutafa in the black and gray. No touch of the gloves, orthodox stance for each man. Ferreira feinting in with a jab and then a front kick, but doesn't actually unload on either. And there, that rear front kick comes up the middle. Seumanutafa able to evade. Nice low calf kick there from Renan Ferreira. Uppercut there to respond to the entry from Cal Seumanutafa, and Ferreira pulls him over, lands in a half guard, right to the body. Oh, big heavy punches to the ribs. Underhook on the left arm here for Cal Seumanutafa. That's where he wants to be. Abandons the butterfly on the same side. We saw those hammer fists earlier tonight, Randy. We saw them against Fabricio Verdun from this man earlier in the regular season. Got to be careful on the bottom against these heavyweights.
Long levers with a lot of leverage and a lot of power, and that spells trouble for sure.
Well, it's the exact same shots that took out Fabricio Verdun, so Carl's got to get moving. He's got to use those frames to protect against those deadly hammer fists from Ferreira.
And Cal Seumanutafa took this fight on short notice. You don't want to be on the bottom at the beginning of a round when maybe you haven't been in a full fight camp. That can be exhausting. And obviously, Renan Ferreira has jiu-jitsu pedigree to go with his striking ability.
Yeah, Seumanutafa has that lockdown on the right leg of Ferreira, and again, you know, it doesn't really allow for you to get good connection to the floor. You can create a lot of power, but you know, it also kind of traps you into the position as well. It doesn't allow you to move and get out.
He needs to get those, I say long levers because they're the longest levers he has. But he needs to get those levers back in the fight, create some distance, create some opportunities and scrambles to get back up from the bottom position.
And now he's lost the left underhook there. He recovers it. Ferreira goes right back to work with his right hand. It's body, 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 head, head, head. And these are not your grandfather's ground strikes. This is nasty, nasty work from Renan Ferreira on top.
Yeah, and for Cal, it looks like he's trying to go underneath from half guard. He's trying to scoop that right arm underneath the leg of Ferreira. But the problem is you take away that frame and now you're opening up your face to some deadly hammer fist strikes.
Great recognition for Renan Ferreira on when he can strike and when he can recover. Those are nasty hammer fists from the gigantic Brazilian. You can't help but think, watching this guy, Randy, if he had been born in the United States, he's like an NFL tight end. The way that
Absolutely
Ferreira is built, 6'8", broad shoulder, big, heavy muscle. I mean, this is a guy with elite athleticism pouring it on to Cal Seumanutafa right now. 90 seconds remain here in round number 1.
Probably could have been a power forward in the NBA as well. Man.
Great right hand, and he just does one, goes back to controlling the position. Now he unloads with both hands, and then pulls Seumanutafa, who's maybe going to try and use the cage to work himself back to a standing position.
Yeah, he's in a much better position here. He's kind of in that seated position. See if he can shoulder walk up against the cage there. Decides to try to go underneath. I don't know if that's a good choice.
A little cut over the right eye of Seumanutafa. One of those hammer fists did that damage.
This is where Carl can really get back to his feet. Let's see, he's using that right arm to post. See if he can scoop that right leg back behind him so he can get up.
It's a game of elevation, and it's tough to get elevation over a 6'8" opponent.
Well, in those long arms, you see him coming into play. Cal Seumanutafa's got an underhook underneath the right arm of Renan Ferreira, and he's still able to generate real power going right over the top of Carl's own arm to dig into that body. It's nasty. Inside of 10 seconds as we roll to the end of round number 1. Renan Ferreira wailing away on Cal Seumanutafa. Cam Mayer, Sean O'Connell, Randy Couture, Kenny Florian, heavyweight action inside the PFL Smart Cage. Renan Ferreira in the blue trunks. Cal Seumanutafa in the black and gray. And look at that FPR score, dominant for Renan Ferreira, 94-10. Beautiful performance from the Brazilian.
I'd like to see more of that from Seumanutafa, see if he can land some calf kicks of his own, make up for that height differential there. Going to be hard for him to get it done with his hands.
Switching stances, Renan Ferreira giving Cal Seumanutafa some looks. There's that oblique kick that we saw last week. Another low calf kick right on the knee, right at that mid-range. Nasty from Renan Ferreira. Oh, he clipped him on the top of the head. Cal Seumanutafa in trouble, and here come those hammer fists yet again. Renan Ferreira diligent on top. Seumanutafa grabs hold for some recovery time. Nice work with the left hand there from Renan Ferreira. That's a little Randy Couture trick. You pin the arm down, then you use that same hand. Here comes the right hand from the top.
I guess the idea is you got to punch him in the top of the head, not the chin, for sure. Seumanutafa can take some punishment. Holy cow.
You look at the way Ferreira is throwing those hammer fists. He does a great job of generating power, then he lets it go. They're landing like a whip. He's very loose and relaxed with those strikes, and in my opinion, that's what's making him so devastating.
He's using his body. He's putting his body weight into that from his knees.
Here comes some shoulder pressure from the top. Renan Ferreira looking for an Ezekiel choke. Cal Seumanutafa tells the ref cam he's just fine. He and I have different opinions of what fine is.
Nice shoulder pressure there from Ferreira. But again, Seumanutafa with that lockdown on the right leg of Ferreira. And it's just not allowing for that right foot of Ferreira to get good contacts where he can push off to the floor and generate even more force with that forearm on the neck.
Cal Seumanutafa is talking to Renan Ferreira. I don't know what he's saying. I don't know what the language barrier is like, but he's having a conversation. There's that shoulder pressure again, scooping up under the chin.
Right into the mount. This is not a good position for Seumanutafa. Ferreira trying to walk that left arm of Seumanutafa across his face, across his body, where he can get an arm triangle.
He's got to move his head into proper position and trap the arm, and that's going to be trouble.
He elects to go back to the hammer fist and the control instead. Cal Seumanutafa being mounted for multiple minutes here. Surviving pretty well considering. There's the shoulder pressure again. Just making it uncomfortable.
If you've seen Carl fight before, this guy is a true survivor. He's tough as nails. He's had to deal with a lot of pressure, a lot of ground and pound, and he's doing his best to stay calm here against this giant Brazilian.
This is an important round for Ferreira. If he can get a finish in this round, he scores 5 points. That gives him 6 points plus 2 fights in a head-up criteria to secure a spot in the playoffs.
Randy, I'm glad you talked about 6 points because Jamel Jones grabbed 6 points earlier tonight. with a big knockout victory over 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. He's watching intently, making sure that he's still in the top 4. Plenty of heavyweight action.
There's the arm triangle.
There it is. What
Finally got it.
tried to set
He's
up. He
rolling in
steps
position.
up. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 showing some
tight.
stress on the face. He says thumbs up. He continues to give the thumbs
that's
up.
a better position. He lowered the shoulder down. This could affect
He's got to drop his hips.
Yeah.
Ferreira's got to lay flat. Got to lay flat to get the position.
Continues to offer a thumbs up. 25 seconds remaining in this second round. He says he's fine. Ferreira forced to reposition. Goodness gracious.
Where was he getting blood and oxygen from?
Maybe he doesn't need it. Back to the ribs with more punishment. Renan Ferreira, dominant, but stymied on top. Renan Ferreira in the blue trunks, the much taller fighter out of Brazil. Cal Seumanutafa representing Samoa in the black and gray.
Good job, really good.
Offer some encouragement. Good job, really good, he said. Another strong FPR score from Renan Ferreira. Whoa, switch kick from the tall athlete. Ducked by Cal Seumanutafa.
Yeah, I don't know many 6'8" athletes who can do that. Wow, it's not fair.
Knees in the clinch here. Seumanutafa bullies Ferreira back to the cage.
We definitely test the smart cage with that one.
Down, big takedown. And this is where Cal Seumanutafa's black belt from Jake Shields comes into play. This is a guy who likes being on top. Can Renan Ferreira get himself out from under a 260-pound beefcake?
Absolutely, this is exactly where Seumanutafa wants to be.
Reaching around for that seatbelt that Randy loves so much.
Paying dividends, that technique.
Not able to get it just yet. Ferreira back against the cage here.
He's got to take away that posting arm, that left arm of Ferreira. See if he can pull that elbow out to try to get him flat on his shoulders again. Because Ferreira might be in a good position to cage walk and get back to his feet.
Bruno Cappelozza, right now #1 seed in the heavyweight division, fights just a little bit later on. Watching intently as his fellow Brazilian Renan Ferreira tries to solve this puzzle. Cal Seumanutafa able to secure a takedown, and he is on top for now. Ferreira able to recover guard here, but it's open as he tries to work his way back to his feet.
Ferreira has to have a stoppage in this round. If he doesn't get a stoppage in the third round, he's not in the mix anymore. He's got to have a stoppage in this round to have 5 points and stay in the mix, potentially with the criteria, make it to the playoffs.
That's right, we saw 6 points for 3 different guys already. Brandon Sales has 5. That means a total of 4 for Renan Ferreira. Doesn't do much for him after that controversy against Verdum, and really an impressive performance through 2 rounds here. You got to finish. It's not just a fight, it's a season here in the PFL.
Absolutely, and it's going to be very difficult to do it from this position. I mean, he had his opportunities in round 1 and round 2, but Seumanutafa, you just can't put him away.
Guy's tougher than a pine knot.
He really is. And he's winning this round right now.
Tougher than cheap salami, I tell you.
Only you would know that one. Less than 2 minutes for Renan Ferreira to make something happen here. A great illustration, though, of the importance of having the regular season playoff and championship format, because if you're Renan Ferreira in a normal MMA situation, it's just like, oh, you know what? I'm going to ride this out. I'm banked 2 rounds. I'm going to win 2 rounds to 1, even if I stay here, as long as I don't get finished. and I'm fine. Well, this isn't a regular MMA format. This is a season, and if you want to continue to the playoffs, you need a finish here with 1 minute remaining in the fight.
Seumanutafa doing a great job of controlling, utilizing that head position. Hips high, not allowing Ferreira to get up.
Jamel Jones there enjoying a little snack, and he's also still alive if Ferreira can't get the finish. And it would appear that with 30 seconds remaining in this fight, nothing doing for the giant Brazilian. Seumanutafa steps over into half guard, controlling round number 3 here.
He's going to try to use that left arm to try to throw Ferreira over on his right side.
10-second clapper has sounded. Seumanutafa tries the flurry at the end. One last right hand, and that'll do it. Renan Ferreira, 2 strong rounds. Feels pretty obvious that's enough to win this fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges scored the bout 30-26. For your winner by unanimous decision and earning 3 points in the heavyweight division, Renan Ferreira.
There's Ferreira pounding away to the ribs of Seumanutafa. Landed some excellent ground and pound, both to the body and to the head. There's a heavy, heavy leg kick there. Again, a great start in the early rounds for Ferreira, but things started to turn late in this fight. There's that arm triangle that seemed like it was close. He wasn't able to get that shoulder low enough to put the pressure on the carotid artery there.
And you see his bicep on the other side of his neck looks like it's too high too, because he's got such long levers.
Right.
Hard to get to the right angle there. Here's the single leg by Seumanutafa. Nice job. Picks him up, puts him down, and he spends the rest of the round right there.